Hello and welcome to the Cranky Old Gamer. Today we're going to be taking a look at Adrenaline. It is a game by Philip Nedick, put out by CGE. I've been told that I should start talking about who makes the game, so I'm going to start pointing that out from here on out. Adrenaline is a very unique game. At its heart, it is just a kind of a point salad, and I guess I would call it a resource management game. But what it emulates is the old, like, 90s and 2000s arena shooters. I was as skeptic as you probably are right now if you haven't played this. How do you capture that? I mean, those games are just so fast-paced. Pow, pow, run, shoot, run. Ping time is everything. Lag is everything. You know, your mouse latency down to, like, the millisecond is down to everything. They do. They do a fantastic job. The whole idea of the game is you have one of 5 characters that on a modular board, you can kind of flip the tiles as you want, and you run around and kill each other, and that's it. That is the core of the game right there. You have different colors. There are pickups for weapons. There are pickups for ammo. My first thought when I first picked up a weapon was like, well, I'm winning the game because this card is overpowered. There's no way my opponents can compete with this card. This weapon is OP as hell. They're all OP. Every weapon in the game is like, this is sickly powerful. And that's kind of, you know, do you ever see The Incredibles when everyone's super, no one is? That's kind of the core of the game. There are lots of different weapons, lots of different pickups. You have a player card that is basically your health bar. You can die, but you can't be eliminated. Or I guess I should say player elimination is kind of the whole key of the game. When you die, you just respawn and kill again. And that's fantastic. You will never get kicked out of the game, you just respawn. Kills are tracked by little skull counters, which are also how you set the length of the game. A short game, for example, would be 5, whereas a full-length game would be 8. After the 8th death, you go into kind of a final bonus round to kill as many people as you can. At that point is where I kind of mentioned the point salad begins, and it's not difficult. It's not like some of the more complicated Euros that I've played. It's just, you get points for this, you get points for that, you get points for being the first person to damage someone, you get points for doing the most damage to someone, you get points for the kill shot, you get points for overkill. All kinds of stuff, but it's very fun, and it's very easy to collect points because you are just running around. This game is so fast-paced. I loved it. Now, before I get into the rules and explanation, let's go ahead and take a look at the components, shall we? And here we have the components of the game. One of the coolest things about this game board is both of these are dual-sided. There are several permutations of it, depending on which side is on which. You can adjust for how large of a game you want to have, how many players, how big of a board. But they all have the kill track at the top, which uses these awesome little skull tokens. Let's see if I can zoom in on those here. They are really cool looking. You place one for every kill until you get up to the final round. That's awesome. Down here you have miniatures. Oh, I love minis. We all know this. They are really, they are really awesomely detailed minis. I'll show you my favorite one, actually. I think this chick is cool. I can't remember the character's name, and I'm too lazy to look up the name in the book, but she has tentacles, and tentacles make things awesome. The board that I have them on, I kind of have off to the side because you will never really use this board except for the alternate game modes. However, here are your player boards. This is your health bar. The more damage you get, the better bonuses. For example, when you get to 3 damage, and you can move 2 spaces to grab instead of just 1. Once you get to 6 damage, you can move and shoot instead of just shoot. This is for kill, this is for overkill, but if somebody overkills you, you get this little mark here, which means you can tag them. Which means when you come back, when you respawn, you have a leg up on that person who did the overkill. Each player gets a little pouch with 3 ammo cubes of each color and these little teardrop things. When you damage an opponent, you put one of your own teardrops on their board. That way, when they die, you calculate who did the most damage to them. Here, you have weapons. There are spawn points for weapons here, here, and here. And each spawn point is going to have 3 weapons randomly drawn. The weapons are very cool looking. There's rocket launchers, ZX2, plasma gun, cyberblade, Hellion, flamethrower, electro scythe, shockwave, stuff like that. And each of them has a specific instructions. You know, here you can just shoot. Doesn't cost you anything to shoot. Does 2 damage and knocks them back 1. Awesome. Or you can pay a blue to move 2 forward and shoot them. Or you can pay a yellow to do explosive damage to everyone in that square. Very cool. Sometimes they have either or shots. Stuff like that. The little cards here are your upgrades. There are only 4 different ones, but they come in different colors because these are also used to determine where you respawn. Your 4, you've got your Newton, which is kind of a reverse haste. As I said earlier, you move back 2 spaces. You've got a tag back grenade, which lets you tag somebody when they damage you. You've got teleporter, which lets you move anywhere on the board. And you've got a targeting scope, which lets you pay for damage. This is kind of a token heavy game, so you've got like your bag of victory points here. Those go 1 through 4. And then you've got your ammo tokens. These go face down, and then you flip them over when you're ready to find out how much ammo you get. That's basically it. There's a few other parts that are not necessary to show you right now, like the bot card or your addition to your player card, but that gives you a gist of the game. All right, so now we've taken a look at the components. You kind of get a feel for what it is. At its core, the gameplay is very, very basic. It is very easy to pick up. We had a whole group, none of us had played this, and we were picking it up within minutes. It boils down to just a few actions. When it is your turn, you run around, you grab stuff, or you shoot people. Those are your actions. Of those 3 actions, you choose 2 every round until the very end. You can move twice if you want. You can shoot twice. You can move and shoot. You can grab and run. It's very, very simple. That's your options. That's it. That's all the game is. Now, when you move, you're not just moving 1 square at a time. 1 move action, you can move up to 3 squares, and it's not a very large board. So that's kind of how they capture that speed twitch action of like Quake Arena or Unreal Tournament and things like that, is you are just zooming across this board and hunting people down, and you are like getting line of sight and hiding behind cover. Even then, when you're grabbing an item, you move and grab. So you could move, then move again and grab, and that's your turn. There's a lot of very fast-paced strategy to it, but it's not the deepest game. I will at least tell you that it is not the deepest game. It is Twitch combat. I loved it. I think it's fantastic. One of the things that I really appreciate is there are lots of gameplay modes. It is not just, you can play the way I've described, just run around, kill each other, add your points up. Cool, and that is really fun. It is a very fun game. But on top of that, there are other game modes just like you would have in one of those Twitch shooters. Like you have, kill frenzy, you have domination mode, you have turret mode. Basically turret mode where there's ammo, those are also turrets. And if you choose, you can, instead of picking up ammo, you commandeer the turret. So it doesn't shoot you, but it shoots all your opponents. Or you grab the ammo and it starts shooting you, and your opponent, even if they're on the other side of the board, gets that damage point. Awesome. A lot of fun. And to further capture, some of you that have played some of the old games, like, it may not be the same, but I know for us, back in the day, I had an N64 before I was a PC player, and we had GoldenEye. But it was just me and my buddy. There's only 2 of us. So what did we add to make it fast and make it more exciting? Bots. Yes, this game has a bot. It is a bot card. It has its own AI. It will run around and shoot you. You can run around and shoot it and get points. And it can up the player count if you've only got 2 people around. I think that's really cool. I think it's a really neat addition to the game. I think if I had any complaint about the game, it is only that they give us 5 different characters, but they're meaningless. The characters have nothing other than their color and their look to differentiate them. I would kind of like if they had some extra abilities, make sure that they're balanced, but maybe this one's faster, this one hits harder, something like, make it class-based. And I mean, that's an idea for if they ever have an expansion. If you're looking for a deep, cerebral experience, probably not your game. But if you're looking for something that's fast, it's brutal, and there's a whole lot of player interaction, then this is a very, very fun game. The entire game can be finished in under an hour, so you can set them up and knock them down over and over and over again if you like, or it can be just a quickie, however you like. And that's one of the things that I really liked about this game. I wish that I had more to say about this game. Like, I really want to discuss this game, but it's a very simple game. That's all there is to it. I mean, I could break down the point system for you, but I kind of already did. Like I said, you know, first kill, most damage, overkill, you've got your little player things. That's it. That's the game. And I had a lot of fun with this one. I highly recommend it. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Don't forget, please check out my website, thecrankyoldgamer.com. I am adding more and more content to that. Please check out my Instagram. We are that close to having 500 subscribers. That close. And if you like what you see and you want to help out, please do consider contributing to my Patreon. You get your name at the credits at the end. And yeah, it helps me out and helps me make a better channel for you guys. All right, thank y'all for watching. Once again, this has been Adrenaline. See you later.